Good morning, everybody. It is a beautiful 50-some degree morning. The sun is shining. We are at home in Wisconsin, and on a recent trip to Montana, I went to the Spokane bar, Sapphire mine, and I was with the guys from the Red Dirt Nation and my son, and we mined for sapphires. Now, they sell you bags. They got a $50 bag that's from the Spokane bar. It's known to have beautiful gems and good stuff. Every once in a while you get real lucky in one of them. And then they have a $75 bag from the El Dorado bar. And again, just worth a little bit more because a little bit better quality gems. And then at the El Dorado bar, they have a spot called the Mother Lode. And the Mother Lode deposit, those bags are $100. And if you watched my other video, you'll see that I have already done one of those $100 bags with the crew out there at Spokane bar. And then I immediately bought a second bag and brought it home for my wife to go through. So what I have done is I have combined, I saved all of my rocks from mine after I picked the gems out. I might have missed some gems, and I definitely missed a lot of cool rocks. So I brought all of those rocks home for Donna, and I mixed her Mother Lode bag with my tailings bag, so she's got twice the material to go through. Still maybe has whatever sapphires I might have missed are in there. And she has never done this before, so I'm going to have to give her the lesson like they gave me. And if you saw in the video, I got really good at it. So we'll be using this. I bought this from them. It's a brand new screen. You see it's just some 1/4-inch hardware cloth and then regular steel window screen or aluminum window screen. And there is a whole technique. I'm going to get the camera and a tripod, and we're going to go through this. This is where the magic happens. So, you want to keep it as level as you can, not tip this way or tip this way. And then you shake it that way, shake it that way. You're trying to get it into a line in the center. And then, of course, you can wash it all down, right? But then you do a straight up and down motion to flatten it out. Then you turn it 90 degrees. And bring everything up this way. And bring everything up this way. And bring everything up this way. What this is doing is it's bringing the heavier material to the center. And even though that light material falls right back out again, the heavier material will stay. So, over. You do this 3 to 5 times, or until you think you got it. And then straight up and down. Let's just see how I did. Okay, so first thing you do is you put a little bit of foam in. And then they had plywood. I've got Weedy board. This is the stuff I use when I'm doing custom ceramic tile showers for people. Closed cell foam, cementitious base, fiberglass strings. This stuff is super strong. But it's really lightweight at the same time, so it should be fun for this. So you hold it nice and straight. You got your thumbs holding the plywood down, and then just flip it towards you. And then this is where you really want to be careful, just setting it down. Don't drop it down, because you've made all the heavies go to the bottom, which is now on the top. And if you flop it down, then your heavies fall in right away. Slowly lift this up, and voila. And I'll be honest with you, it doesn't look that hot. You should see more of a concentration of the purple rocks in the center. So I might take me a minute or two to get my technique down again. So the trick is to just kind of go through. Everything's pretty much going to be in the center. And what we normally did was we started in the center and we just worked our way out. So, and then of course we're going to save anything that looks cool, any of the cool rocks she wants, she's got a spot to put them. But I am actually going to go right on ahead and redo this. We're going to dump this right back in. I'm going to try again. I should have a nice solid purple center of all that hematite packed up in the center when I've got it right. All right, let's see if I did it better this time. The flip, the drop, and the reveal. Well, I still don't see that concentration of heavies, but I do see a sapphire. Donna, she's on it, folks. She found it. Looky there. Yay, yay, first blood. And there is definitely more of the hematites in the center. We're seeing a lot more purple rock stacked up. That could be a gem of some sort. It could be a pretty rock, but save it for now. We'll look at them in the microscope later. A bucket to dump all that in. Are you satisfied? You got them all?
I guess so.
Alright, go ahead and dump it in the bucket. We'll do another batch. I'll shake one more out for you and then I'll let you play. One more time for me, and then we'll see how Donna does at it. I kind of remembered my technique off camera a little bit. But we'll call that good. I'm not going to get too greedy, super fill it. But definitely want to wash it. And it helps to just stay in the water. And then you see I'm getting it more to the center. So tap it out flat. And I'm just way down in the water. I feel light rocks popping off. Call that 2 times, 3 times. We'll do it 4 times. And then we'll do it 5 times. Okay. Just like that. It does look like I did a lot better job. You can see the small purple rocks are all centrally located. And so what we did was we just kind of worked around in a circle on the surface, and then if you don't see anything in the surface, just start working your way like you're doing right there. And they won't always be winners. So I'll have her dump this and we'll get ready for the next one, and then we'll move back over into the sunshines. Donna is usually better at all of this stuff than I am, so we'll see if she can keep that trend going. Do more of a side-to-side rocking motion.
What do you mean?
So let me just touch it for a second.
What you mean.
So just go down, up, down, up, down, up. So you just see how I'm bringing it to the middle, and then straight up and down to flatten it out, and then just switch hands and go down, up, down, up, down, up. So you're trying to get it away from the sides and into the center. See how I cleared that out, and the heavies are moving in. And then you just flop it down. Oh, look at that pretty rock. So just like that. You'll get the touchdown. Go ahead. And now just a straight, real light, straight up and down to flatten it back out. And just trying to keep every axis flat while you do it. You know, when you're going left and right, obviously, that's going up and down, but then your front to back needs to be level as you do that.
You want it washed this way?
Yeah, but you're not really washing as much. No, see, you're trying to, you'll get it, you're trying to shake. So I'm popping this, I'm shaking it that way, and I'm popping it that way. But you kind of want to do it at the same time. So not like a washing motion, that's after, that's the straight up and down. So you just want to, you're trying to just work it so it's not flat, so it comes up into the center. And as you get all that into the center like that, then you just flop it back down. And then same, up to the center. And it just takes a little bit. You'll get that motion down. But at this point, we can go ahead and flip this one. I had to show her one more time, but she did just find one. Not a huge one, but I believe it was this guy right here. Still, it's a gem, right? It's a gem. We got a lot of material to go through, so you'll get to see this plenty. I'm going to take a minute to work on getting a little sluice set up for myself. So Donna feels her technique is much better. I kind of been leaving her be. I've been playing with a couple of different sluice setups here, just trying to slowly work this bucket of Spokane bar mud. But she has been finding. I mean, some of those are just rocks, but you can see she's got a couple nice blue-green ones. That big chip, that's all sapphire. It's too bad that's a chip and not, you know, more of a rock. But it's still worth a little something. Look at that, just like a professional. And pretty decent circle in the center. You can see the darker in the middle, the lighter on the outside. So she's getting it. Oh yeah, I moved your barrel. Sorry. There you go. What'd you find there? Show it up to the camera. Oh, pretty. She has determined that she wants to go through them again. So we're going to take and we're going to run it through like my 1/2-inch classifier and get rid of all of the bigger than 1/2-inch stuff. And then she can run through and do this all one more time just to see. I mean, because you see everything we're finding is that size. You know, if you found a sapphire that big,
Holy shit.
we'd be doing really good. Hey, right live on camera. She's happy with that one. But that's a nice one. That's a real nice one.
It was a little deep.
And so that's with it being a little deep and improving the technique as we go, she really wants to go ahead and just classify this down and run it again. And I don't blame her. That's why I brought my rocks home, for her to go through again. So
Another big one right there.
all right, Donna says there's some big ones, so we're gonna get right in here. Make sure I'm not, where is the shadow? Try to film this where I'm not blocking us out. All right, what do you got? Oh, that is a nice one. Hold it right up here. Hold it still, I'll move. Oh, that looks nice. Can you just rotate it? Oh, there it is, guys. That's a good size one. Finger for scale. Look at that. Nice find, nice find. And then you said you saw one more?
Yeah, it's right here somewhere. I lost it now.
Oh, is that square? Oh, there's a chipper. Where are we at? You stay still, I'll move.
Sorry.
Where in the heck? All right. There we go. And more. No, you stay still.
Here you go.
I'm just trying to put a backdrop in. There we go. There is for scale. Look at that, guys. That's another nice one. So, and you know, these are heavy, so they're at the bottom of the bucket. She's getting to the end of the bucket. This is where things started getting good for all of us when we were at the mine. So, could be a good thing. Look at that, another one. Good run. Of course, this is just like when your lawnmower runs out of gas. It's really good right at the end. Boy, that thing's running smooth and great, and then it dies. And your bucket's going to essentially die. You'll be out of garnets, out of gems, out of sapphires. But I think she's got a better collection going here than I had. So, right on. She just plucked another beauty out of there. What do you got? Awesome. Bring it right to the tip of my finger. Oh, that is a nice one. Okay. This is the fun part, guys. I mean, it's just action. It starts out slow. You're like, man, I don't have the technique. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? And then the further down you get into your bag, you realize what you're looking for is really heavy and it is settled to the bottom. So as you start dialing in your technique and getting good, you start getting into the good stuff. And man, I got mine in the truck not far away, but I think she has outdone me for sure, which makes me super happy. Because I know she loves this stuff, and the fact that she couldn't be there with us when we were doing it, I just felt dirty doing this without her. So to be here in the yard doing it again is just sweet. So this is the end of it. I mean, for this round. Like I said, we're going to classify it, break it down, get rid of all the big rocks, and let her give one more shot at it. Just to be totally sure. Probably easiest just to get it out of the way right now while we got everything set up in the yard. But that is her take so far. So it will be interesting to see how much more we find in the second attempt. Getting all scientific about it here. So, yeah, what's that? That's nothing. Never mind. Well, guys, classified it down. I used the big old 1/2-inch bucket classifier to break down all the big rocks out. Got a 1/2 bucket of material back over there by the washer. I did a quick wash and flip, and looky there, we got 1 and then 2, and that one there is a really nice one. Can we hold on, let me find my finger. All right, right in the tip of my finger there. Oh, not on it. Oh, right there. Good eye, good eye. So you stay still. There we go. I mean, that's a nice little stone right there. Just really nice. You can drop it in my hand this time. That isn't bad at all. So it definitely pays to go through them again. For my rocks, this is the 3rd time they've getting gone through. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Either be really good at it the first time or be prepared to do it a second time. That was our first flip, and we found 2 gems. So this is gonna pay off well in the end, I think. All right, I have got a pile of mixed stuff together. A little bit of Franken-sluice action. I went through with my 1/4-inch classifier. And I broke down all the clay, fed it through, got all the bigger rocks out. So I'm hoping that this is going to sluice a little better now. I might have too much angle. I do have the ability to change that a little bit. So we are just going to have to see. I mean, I see riffles trying to riffle. Dump a couple more on. Let me think about this for a little bit. I mean, even them little baby guys are spinning. That is all the water that I have right now. All the more my pump will do. Or I could give up on this altogether, get in there and build myself another cleanup sluice like the one I gave my son, and I know that'll work. Do 3 more, shut her down, pan this out, see what I can see. 1, 2, and a 3. Well, I cleaned up the little green guy and I found 1, 2, and there's a 3rd, oh right there, 3 specks. 3 specks, a bunch of garnets, and 1 flake that I had isolated and lost it that could very well be just a small piece of copper that was flopping around. You can see some pyrite in there and some mica. As far as my little portable trying to make it work sluice with the Dream Mat. I'm not super satisfied with it. In the meantime, Donna has added quite a few more gems to the pile. And she even found one. Where's that big one? Look at the size of that monster. Awesome, awesome stone. And we missed that the first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's great that we're going through this again. That is bigger than any 3 stones in there put together.
Those are what I've picked up.
Oh, so she knows. That's what she's found so far. This guy here with a little button, we're not sure if it's an ammonite or if that's actually like some kind of stone in that rock. I added the 6-inch Dream Mat to this to get all that extra in there. And I found that piece and that piece. And I haven't really shook it down well yet. I see a few other, like right there. There's another little tiny specker. Well, I switched it up a little bit. And although this is not running optimally, it's running better. I like the way the material looks. You see I got a little bit of wash up in the beginning up here. But once it gets into the middle, I'm collecting a lot of black sands, and there's a little bit of a spot there where she's cleaning out a little bit. I see a couple of specks in the riffles right now. So I feel a lot better about the way this is going. We'll just spin around for a little while here while I figure things out. Ideally, the rest of that material I would make into a nice slurry and run across an actual sluice like my 12-inch with some water flow. But I don't really feel like digging out the big pump and everything it's going to take to make that run right now. So this is good enough. Shiny yellow there. Donna says she found a big garnet. Oh, let's look. Yeah. Oops. Right there. Yeah. She's been finding more sapphires. Even just scooping it into the screen, she's found a bunch right on top. Let's check her bucket. Oh my gosh, look at that. That could be $300,000 worth of gems there. I mean, it's probably only like 400 or 500. But she did find another rock with a little dot in the center, so. And then there is your garnet. Oh, look at that ruby red glow. Awesome. So I just finished up running everything that was in that bucket through the cleanup sluice that I just made. And you can see there's gold right there. Boy, there's more. That's possibly gold. There's a piece. Where's my finger? Where did it go? Right at the tip of my finger. There's another piece right there. I see some in that riffle. And now I'm going to get it in a pan. See how I did. See you in a minute. Now that is more like it. This is from 1/4 of a bucket. And you see a couple of those pieces are pretty respectable in size. Let me get my finger in there for comparison. There's 2 there, 1 there. You can see a little guy there, another one there, another one there. They're all over mixed in with that black sand. That's all the further I'm going to try to take it down, but I do see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 specks just in that little area right there. From here, it's going to go through the Flower Gold Wizard Ripper. So, but we knew there was gold in there. I just had to stop dumping it off the end of my sluice. Okay. Since we're in Super Zoom, this is what Donna's been up to. Look at all of that. And look at the size of that garnet. And what we're thinking might be amylites. And then that one there, that's either a root beer agate or a topaz. A couple other ones that could be stuff. Not trying to move them too much, just trying to rock them around. Now that one there
These
is
are my second pick.
Yeah, and all that pile there is from our second trip through. So the big ones, and even some of these amylites,
huge.
The big ones came from the second. So she's just about done going through the second stuff one more time. Definitely check your rocks. I always say that too. Check your rocks. You never know what else you're going to find in there. Ooh, what's that right there? Is that nothing?
Where?
This guy is just a quartz.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just a... I don't know, maybe we'll put it over here with the questionable ones.
Yeah, it doesn't quite have that sparkle. You can see the sapphires, how they sparkle. That just looks like a pretty white rock. Oh no, I think we're doing pretty good for the day. She's got about $800,000 worth of precious gems, and I got about 80 cents worth of gold. So how could you complain with numbers like that? And Donna just said something about, wow, what'd you find?
This one?
Oh, yeah, late to the party, but right there on top, another good size one. Bath time. But this is, I classified down everything that was in my catch bucket, and while I was classifying, I found one of them two. And then she's just plucked two more out of here after the flip. And then look at the pile of garnets. I mean, unreal. Everywhere you look in there, there's garnet, 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 garnet. Have fun digging them out, honey. But three more decent size sapphires came out. And this was all out of the, this is what people are shaking out of the bathtub. So nice bonus piece of pyrite right there.
Mm-hmm.
See that? I know what pyrite looks like this week. I didn't know last week, but that's a joke if you've watched my last video of the ball mill that was more gold. I mean, I did find gold, but yeah, there was a big hunk of pyrite that I thought was gold till I smashed it. See there, she just found one more. That's four now. Oh, whoops, almost three. There it is. Yeah, that guy right there. No way. Five.
Little chip.
Little chipper. Oh boy. Oh, that's a nice one too. That's a chip, but 6, 7, I don't know, I'm losing count. Almost as many sapphires as there are garnets.
Just had one and lost it.
And I still have 2/3 of that bucket to go through. This is just the top little bit. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Well, I did a little softball size handful of that mud. There's a pretty good piece next to a garnet. And everywhere you look in there, there's itty bitty little specks. So I've just been cleaning my pans up and dumping them into my cons. I'm showing you the pieces when I see them. So we're finding gold, no doubt about it. Well, here it is, the final tally. Boy, she did really well. So this pile over on this side, you saw this in my video. This is how she separated mine out. And she said that these ones were nice stones that were facet grade stones. And these are all still sapphires, but they're either too flat or there's a flaw in them, like that big one with the white center, to where they wouldn't be facetable. On Donna's pile over here, I'm just going to scooch us over and zoom in on that. she ended up with way more. I mean, just so much more overall than what I found. And more, all of these would be facet grade. And there might be like this one and this one, without being real gem people. I don't know for sure if those would be facetable. This one here, which is really round, that's probably facetable. So I did fire up the scale and to see, it's clearly obvious that she slaughtered me in overall count. But her biggest stone, which I believe was this one, is 2.0 even. And then I would say the next closest one is this guy here. And that is a 1.4 and a little bit. So I ended up with this one that is 2.78 on the money. But this one, oh, and I'm not over there anymore. Let me put the difference here. So this one here that is 2.88 versus, what's it, this one that is 2.78 versus 2.0. This is blue, and I do believe the blue is worth more than the green when it's all said and done. So that is the final tally. And she found lots of cool rocks. She's got a piece of the root beer agate, and that root beer agate also could be topaz. Hard to tell. And so same with that one that she just drug out of there. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen next. Like I said, it's kind of up to her. We might try to take some of these smaller chips and set them in one of the rings that I make. These flat pieces, we ended up with quite a few of these flat pieces, and they would be pretty neat in one of the rings as well. So, not sure, more to come on that. But for now, I think we're just going to go right on ahead and wrap up this part of this video. This was Sapphire mining in Wisconsin with sapphires from the Spokane bar in Spokane bar, Montana. So I thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you could click that subscribe button. There is still a few more videos coming in my series from Montana. For the content that I shot, I think I've got at least 2 more videos, and then we'll probably, after all of the videos have been done, make a highlight reel and get that out. So if you want to follow along on those adventures and many more, gold mining and prospecting in Wisconsin and any of the other shenanigans I get up to, please, it doesn't cost anything for you to just click that subscribe button, but it helps me tremendously. And if you want to help even further, like and leave a comment, or even share this out on your Facebook or your TikTok or wherever else that you're using social media. Give it a share. Send some people my way. You guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you on the next one.
Hi.
What else do you
Subscribe.
like and subscribe? That's right, buddy.